Hello, Divine Feminines. Wow, the energies at the moment. They're sort of quiet, but then, oh, I don't know. They're quiet, but they're not stagnant in any way, shape or form, which is just a good thing. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I am Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm also on Sleepy Wisdom on YouTube, and my website, if you would like a personal reading, is sleepywisdom.com, where you can find me there. And if you're on YouTube, can you please like and subscribe? It helps the algorithms, and I'd love to see you every week. Wow, so at the moment, what are we going to do? Where is the feminine at? Ooh, really balancing out those beautiful energies. Look at that. You know, there's actually a passion and excitement coming in for the feminine. She's moving into these new energies that are really exciting. Masculine, feminine. Do you know, there's also soulmate energy in with the in the divine feminine in the divine feminine's world as well. It's coming through the masculine and feminine, which is great. She's opening up her third eye. She's really beginning to see exactly who she is and where she wants to go, and you know, where she wants to place her her loyalties, and yeah, amazing stuff for the feminine. The scribe. Just going to get a clarification for the scribe and where she's at the moment. Actually, I may not use these cards. I think I'll just have a look here. Oh no, there they are. The Energy Oracle card. Very good. These ones. I'm just going to have just to clarify this particular card here. The scribe. Ooh. The garden at the gate. Yep, so the feminine is actually moving into her own power and really beginning to get a sense of who she really is. She is this beautiful angel of love, very compassionate, loving being. But she's also becoming quite intellectual in the fact that she's now balancing out her feminine energies with the masculine, and bringing that beautiful, unconditional loving energy in with an intellectual way of being as well, where she's allowing more of this and this to become balanced within her. So the feminine has really, over the last month or so, really come into balance with both the masculine and the feminine, and she's doing so well at it. Look at that. It's like while she was balancing all of those energies out, it was really kind of, you know, a little bit kind of moving into one or the other, but now she's really starting to feel a passion within her of vitality and a new sense of direction and where she's going. Yeah, great stuff. So we'll just keep going. And learning to have faith in all that is. It's because you see, it's such a balancing act between the intellectualization of the feminine in the form of the balanced masculine energies, but also then giving and allowing and receiving and being receptive in the receiving and receptive, same thing, in the feminine energies, and having faith. So it's a real balancing act of, you know, the feminine is really beginning to move into these higher vibrationary energies, so the higher frequency energies. So it requires a certain level of this intellectualization, but it also requires a great deal of faith in being able to let go and let God. And so because she is now in this balanced energy, she's starting to work between the two and learning how to manifest both through having faith and through sort of accessing that intellectual part of herself that is connected to all that is. It's like a greater universal mind in a way. So having access to that in the form of manifestation sometimes, but also too, it's like a balance between manifesting and allowing, and so that then places her in into alignment with all that is. And so her manifestations become in alignment with all that is. Does that make sense? It does to me. So the feminine is doing amazingly, and so because of this, she recognizes that she is a minister of God, and that abundance because she's allowing, she's also and manifesting at the same time. She is manifesting abundance for herself because she's placing herself in alignment with all that is, with the greater intellectual mind, and also to all at one with the spiritual aspect of all at one with all that is, and to God. So it's a tricky kind of, it's kind of like a balancing act of, giving, receiving, allowing, moving forward. But in its own way, it kind of flows like this beautiful figure of 8 is what I'm getting. So yeah, we're moving into those beautiful infinity energies. Lovely. And see, look at this, new beginning. But this is a new beginning in love. So this angel of love. So she's really starting to see where she can now come into these beautiful, and how she can manifest this unconditional love that was not always an active presence in her life. But she's now starting to move into those newer self-love and also unconditional love for all that is, and through compassion, in these beautiful energies and new beginnings of love. And so that's all for those ones. Let's have a look at these. The 5th angel, Archangel Gabriel. It's like anytime I've done any work with, removing darkness from the earth plane in the form of demonics or anything like that, I've always had Archangel Gabriel on my right. Like I have him on my, it's interesting, I have him on my right, Archangel Michael on my left, and Jesus Christ. Those 3 I've always worked with no matter what. And right at the moment, Gabriel is coming in. He is, well, I'm not really sure exactly what, I'm going to actually read it, because for me, Archangel Gabriel is completely someone that has always stood by my side no matter what. But I think he's more about balance than anything else. Let me just see. Self-expression and speaking your truth. Of course, that'd be why he's always with me, because that is exactly what I do. So, Gabriel holds his trumpet in one hand and a beautiful orb of blue light in the other. He is sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. So, I mean, I just went through this a couple of weeks ago where my throat chakra was completely blocked. So I feel at the moment for the feminine, it's really important about unblocking this particular chakra center, because our truth is needing to be heard on every level, especially from the feminine, because we come from that place of love and compassion. And so, our truth is always housed in love and compassion. So I think it's really important at the moment that we do everything we can to clear any sort of throat blockages or chakra blockages as we possibly can. And it would appear that Archangel Gabriel is here to do exactly that. So call him in. You may have had trouble with expressing emotions and ideas in the past, but Gabriel is here to tell you that your soul longs to take this leap now. Be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself, so never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself, write in your journal, let your words flow. And that is another good point too. Journaling is an amazing tool just to get anything that wants to come, that is all going around in here or in here, bring it all out and just journal it. It's the best thing ever. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This card could also indicate that a communication project is coming, or a time of heightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. So yeah, that's what he is here for. And at the moment, if you can, do whatever you can to clear and this throat chakra, express yourself in such a way, in a loving and compassionate way. And yeah, journaling is also an amazing tool. So in the past, we've actually had quite a few attachments, and sometimes we still can, to our financial, it's got financial constraints and attachment. These are once again, where we had faith before, these are old 3D values that are no longer a part of the feminine's life. And so both of these come from fear. So the feminine's job on this earth is to remove as much fear as she possibly can from herself. And in doing that, and as that starts to change within herself, then she'll start to see that in her outer world. So if we have any sort of financial constraints or attachments, it's a good idea to resolve these if we can. Look at the fear of what's driving that, and do what we can to heal and remove those old constraints and attachments. Because blossoming abundance is ours. It is our birthright. It is what we are here to do, to change our whole entire lives, and so that we can move into these newer energies with beautiful love, compassion, without fear, and with a totally balanced concept of masculine and feminine, intellectualism and flow with the feminine. And so in that we manifest, but how we manifest is by having faith with all that is, and then bringing that into alignment to all that is. Okay, so that's where we are. That's the energies at the moment. So balancing out everything, our intellectualism, our manifestation energies, and also just that having faith with all that is, and allowing and somehow moving that through into a flowing type of energy that brings abundance as we move into alignment with all that is and with ourselves. So yeah, wonderful energies for this week. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.